They told you life slows down after 60. That energy fades. That desire disappears. That intimacy becomes a thing of the past. They were wrong. Dangerously wrong. I'm Dr. James, and for over 30 years I've worked with men just like you, smart, active, driven men who aren't ready to give up on the fire inside. And I'll tell you something no one else is saying. Backhand index pointing right, aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean power. Yes, your body changes, but that doesn't mean you're out of options. In fact, you might already have the key to restoring your energy circulation and intimacy sitting in your kitchen right now. Forget the prescriptions, forget hormone therapy. I'm going to show you something simpler, safer, and shockingly effective. Because what I've discovered, through working with thousands of men across the country, is that 4 common fruits, when used the right way, can reactivate blood flow, boost testosterone naturally, and bring back the spark that you thought was gone. These aren't magic pills or sketchy supplements. They're nature's quiet warriors. They work with your body, not against it. And they don't just help in the bedroom. They help with energy, confidence, clarity, even heart health. So stay with me, because in just a moment I'm going to walk you through each of these fruits and how to start using them immediately. No special diets, no expensive plans, just real food with real results. But first, if you want more health breakthroughs like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss the science-backed strategies I share each week, especially if you're committed to thriving in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. And if you're already fired up and ready to reclaim your vitality, drop a 1 in the comments below. If you're still on the fence, type 0. I read every reply and your feedback helps me keep improving for you. Now let's get to the good part. The 4 power fruits that revive circulation and intimacy. 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. Red grapes are loaded with resveratrol, a natural compound that boosts nitric oxide in your blood, the same mechanism many heart medications and even intimacy pills target. But red grapes do it naturally without side effects. Just a handful a day can support blood vessel flexibility and improve circulation, right where you need it most. Try this. Add a cup of red grapes to your breakfast, or freeze them for a cool, heart-healthy snack. There was a time in my own practice when I believed only medications could restore circulation in aging patients. But the more I listened to my older patients and studied those who defied aging, the more I realized something powerful was hiding in plain sight. Red grapes. Not some exotic supplement or high-tech solution, but simple, natural red grapes. These vibrant little fruits may look unassuming, but they hold one of the most effective compounds for aging circulation, resveratrol. This natural antioxidant works deep within the blood vessels, helping them relax and expand, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to reach your muscles, heart, brain, and yes, your intimate areas. What makes red grapes especially unique is their ability to reignite blood flow exactly where aging tries to steal it first, the lower body. As men and women age, it's not uncommon to feel coldness in the feet, a loss of responsiveness during intimacy, or fatigue that hits faster than it used to. But when blood can't move freely, neither can energy, nor desire, nor connection. Red grapes help restore that freedom. For older men, this fruit has been quietly life-changing. Daily intake of red grapes has shown promising results in improving erectile strength and duration because resveratrol enhances nitric oxide, a key compound needed to trigger and maintain healthy erections. But unlike synthetic drugs, grapes do this naturally, gently, and without side effects. For women, red grapes help improve vascular sensitivity and circulation to the pelvic region, which often fades with time. That means more comfort, more warmth, and a richer emotional experience during closeness. It's about reviving not just the function but the feeling. What's truly remarkable is that something as ordinary as a bowl of grapes could restore what so many believed was permanently lost. I've had older couples come back to me months later, surprised by how a small habit could bring back such a big part of their lives. And every time I smile, because it's not a miracle. It's just good science and good choices. And we're only getting started, because the next fruit on this list isn't just a defender of circulation. It's a fierce protector of your kidneys and a quiet guardian of your intimate well-being. Ready to find out what it is? Let's keep going. Point 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. If there's one fruit I used to underestimate, it was the cranberry. For years I thought of it as just a side dish at Thanksgiving, tart, red, forgettable. But over time I began to see it differently. I started listening to my older patients, those who still felt strong, vibrant, and connected to their partners, and this fruit kept showing up in their stories. I dug into the research, and what I discovered changed everything I thought I knew. Cranberries, it turns out, are one of the most powerful protectors of the kidneys and urinary system. Two areas that quietly shape a senior's ability to feel pleasure, maintain energy, and preserve intimacy. You see, when kidney function declines, toxins build up, circulation slows, and inflammation creeps into areas we'd rather not talk about. That means lower drive, reduced sensitivity, and, for men, a direct hit to erection strength and stamina. But cranberries step in as natural defenders. They're rich in compounds that reduce inflammation, clear the urinary tract, and help preserve blood vessel health, especially around the pelvic region. That's not just good for avoiding discomfort. It's vital for keeping blood flowing freely where it matters most. In men, this can mean stronger, more reliable erections because better kidney function supports healthy blood pressure and nitric oxide levels, two keys to sexual performance. For women, cranberries often mean less irritation, more comfort, and greater confidence during moments of intimacy. And perhaps most importantly, they allow both partners to feel safe and connected, without the burden of silent, chronic discomfort. I've had patients who were quietly suffering from recurring urinary issues, dry intimacy, or loss of sexual desire, all relieved to discover that something as simple as adding cranberries to their diet gave them relief they didn't think was possible. When you remove pain and pressure from the picture, connection becomes easier. And that connection is what makes life after 60 truly rich. So whether it's a handful of dried cranberries in your salad or a splash of unsweetened cranberry juice in the morning, this fruit deserves a place in your routine. Not just for your kidneys, but for your circulation, intimacy, and peace of mind. But what if there was a fruit that didn't just protect your insides, but actually lit a fire from within? A fruit that boosts energy, testosterone, and helps your body feel like it remembers what it was made for? That's exactly what we'll uncover next. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. There's something about papaya that feels like sunshine. Maybe it's the golden orange color, or the way it melts in your mouth like a gentle reminder of warmer, simpler days. But beyond its sweet taste lies a hidden strength that most people over 60 don't realize. Papaya is one of the most powerful fruits for rekindling male vitality and restoring blood flow throughout the body. I remember one older gentleman, a retired school principal, who came to me frustrated. He wasn't sleeping well, had no energy, and intimacy with his wife had become more memory than reality. He was eating clean, walking daily, and still felt depleted. That's when we introduced papaya into his daily routine, just a cup in the morning blended with a bit of Greek yogurt. Within weeks he was back in my office with a smile, and more than a few blushes. Something had shifted. Papaya is rich in vitamins A, C, and E, as well as potent enzymes like papain that aid digestion and reduce inflammation. But what really sets papaya apart is its impact on testosterone production and circulation, especially in older men. It helps the body naturally regulate hormones while improving blood vessel flexibility and oxygen delivery. That's the kind of internal support that leads to firmer, more sustainable erections and renewed physical energy. Papaya also nourishes your body's stress regulators so you can enjoy closeness without tension or fatigue pulling you away. What I love most about papaya is how approachable it is. It's not a supplement. It's not a pill. It's a fruit you can scoop with a spoon, savor in the morning, and feel working from the inside out. It gently restores confidence and connection without fanfare, just steady, natural results. So, if you're looking for a spark, not just in your body but in your relationship, papaya is your quiet ally. It doesn't promise fireworks, but it often delivers something more lasting: vitality, warmth, and the desire to connect again. And just when you think fruit can't offer more than that, wait until you hear about the one that supports both your heart and your hormones while helping you sleep better, feel lighter, and love deeper. Let's talk about cherries. Point 4. Cherries, the intimacy booster. There's something deeply comforting about a bowl of cherries. Maybe it's the color, the deep, almost velvet red. Or maybe it's how they make you slow down. You don't just eat cherries, you experience them. And as it turns out, what they do inside your body is even more meaningful than their taste. Years ago, I worked with a couple in their late 60s who had been married for over 40 years. They still loved each other deeply, but something had changed. The husband described feeling disconnected from his body, sluggish, frustrated, and quietly grieving the passion that once came easily. His wife, equally gentle and patient, missed the intimacy they once shared but didn't want him to feel pressured. Together they were ready to try something natural. I recommended cherries. Yes, cherries. Based on research I'd seen about their incredible effects on circulation, inflammation, and sexual response. They didn't expect much, but they were open. 2 months later, they returned more affectionate, more energized, and laughing like newlyweds. And I knew why. Cherries contain powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, which have been shown to reduce inflammation in the arteries, increase nitric oxide production, and enhance vascular health across the entire body. This means that blood flows more freely, not just to your heart or brain, but to areas that are crucial for sexual arousal, sensation, and response. For older men, this translates to improved blood flow to the penis, which helps with erection firmness and duration without relying on synthetic medication. For women, cherries support better circulation to the pelvic region, making intimacy more comfortable, more pleasurable, and more emotionally fulfilling. But cherries don't just work on the body, they also calm the mind. Rich in natural melatonin, cherries help promote deeper, more restorative sleep. And when you sleep better, your hormone balance improves, your stress levels decrease, and your emotional openness increases. These aren't just biological changes, they're the quiet ingredients of lasting intimacy. One of the most beautiful things about cherries is how gentle they are. There's no jolt, no spike, just slow, steady nourishment. They soften your blood vessels, support your hormonal rhythms, and help bring your mind and body back into sync. And in a world full of pills and pressure, that kind of gentle healing feels like a gift. I've seen cherries change relationships, not by fixing everything overnight, but by opening the door to connection again. They remind your body what it's capable of. And sometimes, that reminder is all you need to feel close again. Now that you've learned about these 4 powerful fruits, you might be wondering, how do I start? How do I make this real in my life without turning it into another complicated health routine? Well, that's the exciting part, because what comes next will show you exactly how to bring these fruits into your daily rhythm in a way that's simple, sustainable, and actually enjoyable. Here's how to start today. If you're still with me, it means something inside you is ready for change. Maybe you've been feeling slower, less connected, or simply tired of hearing that this is just part of getting older. But it's not. Not entirely. Because the truth is, your body still wants to respond. It still wants to heal. And with the right nourishment, it absolutely can. That's why I love this approach. We're not talking about radical diets, expensive supplements, or overwhelming regimens. We're talking about fruit. Real, whole, natural fruit that your body recognizes, craves, and responds to in ways that are subtle at first, and powerful over time. Start small. In fact, I'd encourage you to choose just one of the 4 fruits we've talked about, whichever one speaks to you most. Maybe it's a handful of sweet red grapes in the afternoon. Maybe it's adding dried cranberries to your salad or oatmeal. Maybe it's scooping out fresh papaya with breakfast or having a few cherries in the evening as you unwind. There's no wrong way to begin, and there's no pressure to do everything all at once. What matters is the consistency. Give your body a steady daily signal that you are choosing life, choosing flow, choosing connection. Over the next few weeks, you may start to notice little things. Warmer hands and feet, a clearer mind, deeper sleep, even a quiet spark returning in moments of intimacy. These are the signs. These are the whispers of vitality saying, I'm still here. And here's something else I've learned from decades of working with seniors across the country. It's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s reconnect with their partners after years of distance. I've seen women find comfort in their bodies again and feel beautiful, not because they reverse time but because they nourish the life they still have. So today, I invite you to look in your fridge or your fruit basket or your next grocery list, and see it differently. See fruit not just as food but as a tool, a healing gift, a step forward. Let this be the day you begin. Not because someone told you to, but because you deserve to feel good again, stronger, closer, and more alive than you thought possible. You've learned what to do. You've seen what's possible. Now the next step is yours, and I'll be right here cheering you on every step of the way. This is just the beginning. Sometimes we reach a point in life where we quietly begin to accept less. Less energy, less touch, less connection. Not because we want to, but because it feels like that's just how things are supposed to be as we get older. But I want to tell you, from one human being to another, that this idea is simply not true. You are not finished. You're not too old. And your body has not given up on you. What we've talked about here may seem simple, just 4 fruits. But what they represent is something far greater. They are a daily invitation to remind your body of what it's capable of. To help you restore not just circulation but confidence. Not just intimacy but a sense of being fully alive. Think about everything your body has carried you through. The decades of hard work, the sleepless nights raising a family, the stresses of life, the laughter, the losses, the victories. Your heart has beaten every second of it. Your blood has flowed to keep you upright, moving, showing up day after day. And now, when you finally have time to enjoy the moments that really matter, connection, closeness, love, you deserve to feel supported, not limited. These 4 fruits, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries, are not a cure-all, but they are a quiet revolution. They work not with force but with nourishment. Not with noise but with wisdom. They go where medications often cannot, into the tiny vessels, the hormonal pathways, the emotional memory of what it feels like to desire and be desired. What I hope you take away from this is not just a grocery list. I hope you take away the belief that it's not too late to improve how you feel. To touch hands and feel a pulse of warmth. To wake up rested and hopeful. To look at your partner, or even yourself, with a spark that you thought had faded, but never really left. The truth is, age doesn't take everything from us. It gives us something too. It gives us the chance to love more deeply, to appreciate more fully, to understand what really matters. And when your body feels nourished and your circulation flows freely, your heart becomes more open to all of that. So, if all you do tomorrow is eat a bowl of cherries or toss some red grapes in your bag before a walk, know this. You are making a choice to live with intention. A choice to take care of your body. Not because it's broken but because it still has so much to give. This is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new one. A path of renewed energy, restored closeness, and maybe even a rediscovery of who you are beneath all the layers of time. You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of you, because you deserve to feel good again. You deserve joy. You deserve connection. And the best part? That journey doesn't begin with a prescription. It begins with a piece of fruit, and a decision to believe that your best days might still be ahead, that these lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.